fat stacks of 20s. So I got paid over there. Well, it's dark. It's after 8 o'clock. I just had my dinner, came out here to run over and fetch my money. And wow, is it nice. It's got to be like 68, 70 degrees. It's quiet, it's clear. I didn't get to see the whatever happened to the moon last night because it was way too cloudy. But tonight it's pretty nice. I'm looking at the week ahead, or the 10 days ahead. This kind of might be our last, like, what feels like a summer night still. And that's pretty good, seeing that it is late September. But we have a couple days, the highs are in the 50s, lows are in the low 40s. So fall is definitely setting in. But boy, is it nice now. So anyways, I got up today, I took my operations management exam. That was a total shit show. Then I worked on my paper that was due by noon tomorrow. I sent that off, so that took the first 5 or 6 hours of the day. Then from there I went and mowed across the street. It's just like May, the amount of grass I took off. In a 6-day period, it grew maybe 3 inches. It's crazy. Then I came over here, back to my house. The package had been delivered, a bunch of stupid M5 parts, little trim for the rear deck and stuff, so I spent about an hour putting that in. And I just had dinner and went and got my cash, and now I'm going back inside. But first we're going to do spider patrol. They love the porch in the fall. There's a good sized one. There's another one. One just hid under the siding. But the real winners are back here in this corner. I'm not going close because their webs are huge. There's one there, and there's another one down there in the crack. And every time I mow the yard, I blow all this stuff out of here. They're quick little builders. So I just got through a few more episodes of Lost. If I did 4 yesterday, I did 2, so I'm on 6, season 5. I guess that's probably about halfway through. Making progress on that in preparation for, did I say season 6? I meant season 5. Making preparation for season 6. I remember why it's easy to fall out of it. They'll do like 2 episodes revolving, the group with Rick, and then you don't see them for 2 more episodes, and it's like you're constantly jumping back in. Even watching them a bunch in a row like this, I feel like it's been a while. I don't like how they have that segmented. But anyways, I'm gonna get through it, and I'm enjoying it so far. The parts I got today were just little stupid things for the back. What prompted me to do this, a couple weeks ago when I was cleaning all the interior glass, I popped out the rear headrest. You just push up on the bottom, and there's a piece of trim under there that you can kind of see, that black plastic piece right there, and it snapped off and came with it. So I thought, oh crap, well I gotta replace that. So I'd be more careful on the other side. Did the same thing, same crap happened, it just broke off. So I needed 2 of those. So I'm looking at the parts explosion. Why not replace the speaker covers? They were affordable and the old ones were really brittle. This all sits in the sun back here and bakes. So all the plastic gets really brittle, and then it was like a little discolored, not too bad. So I did the speaker covers, those little triangle things that go around the, whatever that is, child safety seatbelt harnesses. So there's 3 of those. The 2 things I showed you inside, the 2 speaker covers, and then these vents weren't expensive either, so I just replaced those. The coloring's different and they feel way more solid, like the old stuff would just snap in half. So while I was in there and with this headrest off, I cleaned the rear window again because I got fingerprints all over it. And I kind of just wiped down the Alcantara, and it looks a little darker, and the blue shop cloth that I wiped it off with turned just brown. It was nasty. So I guess it's all dust and crap back there. So it looks great now. And then the other day I did an order with ECS, which I'm expecting to arrive either Friday or Saturday. And I'm kind of working on the real little cosmetics and trim pieces here, like I did the door brake last week. But this, I've noticed for a couple months now, it must have broken like early in the season or something. When I sit in the car, if you're going down a smooth road straight, you don't hear it. But as soon as you turn and your weight shifts in the seat, you get all of that cheap, it sounds like a Dodge Neon, just cheap, grumbly plastic noise. So I came down here and I'm looking at it, trying to figure out why is it so loose. There's a few ways it's held on the car. There's a T30 in the front, there's a clip in the front, there's a clip in the back, and there's a T30. You gotta fold the backrest all the way back, but there's another T30 in there. And the part of the plastic that angles over, if the T30's here, snapped off where my knuckles are, right there. So they only sell them in a set, so I guess I'm going to replace both of them in the front. This black plastic cover, the 2 screws, the clips, And then while I'm at it, these buttons were like $5, so I'm going to replace these buttons because we got to pop them off. So the only thing I'm worried about is when you pop off those buttons, you've got to pull straight out. You can't twist or anything, or it breaks the actual electrical switch in here, which is a very expensive mistake. So hopefully I can avoid that by being very careful. I will do a DIY, and then those should be quiet. It's only this one that's the problem, but I had to buy a cover kit. I want these to match, so I'm going to replace that pop in. I assume that will just slide out and transfer onto the new one. Same thing with that. So we'll replace the buttons, the cover, and the hardware on both sides, and that should shut that up. But really, we're getting down to the minor stuff inside. I need to have some leather work eventually done on that handle. That's kind of wearing out, and then this bolster on the seat is wearing out, so that'll be in the future. But the rest of it, as you have known, is coming along really well. So that's where we stand there. I'm happy. It has stayed warm. It's 72 in here. It's 65 outside. It feels beautiful. I was just out on the phone for a moment. But we're going to wrap up Monday here. So I got a ton done between the yard, the exam, and the paper, which I got my grade back. It was a 10 out of 10. The whole class is only out of 100 points, and I like that better. So there's 7 short assignments, which total, I think, 70 points. Some of them are 4, some of them are 6. They're not all 10. But I've gotten every point possible so far. No, she took off 0.5 for something. She didn't like my formatting, so I got like an A+ in there right now. But we've got a research project, some proposal, and something else. Oh, a status update on that research project. It's professional writing, so it's training you to write in a professional setting and communicate in a professional environment. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I'm very used to that with the E39 source. But that's the heavier stuff isn't until late in the semester, like November. In other news, Tristan Thompson's agent, Ray, somebody I think, made an offer to the Cavaliers 5 years, 3 years, $53 million. Cavaliers declined. It's expected that before the deadline, which I think is the 1st, is that Thursday, Cavs will come back with a 5-year. They were between 80 and 94 million, so they'll probably come back with like 85 million or split the difference at maybe 87 or something. But hopefully we can get him on a 5-year. Tristan Thompson's a great player. Best rebounder in the NBA in my opinion, and I'd love to have him back. So I'm very excited for the beginning of the season. We actually have scrimmage tickets on October 5th. So we get to go up to the Q downtown Cleveland and see the Wine versus Gold scrimmage on the 5th. Is that a Monday? I feel like that's next Monday. So anyways, it's 1:30. I'm going to go shower and get to bed. We got class tomorrow from 9:15 to 10:30 and 11 to 12:15. We'll get out of that, and then I don't know what I'm going to do next. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It'll be a 3:30 day, and then maybe I'll come home and defragment my desk or something. So, all right, talk on Tuesday. Good night.